It's a beautiful day, filled with soft colors, warm smiles, and excited chatter. The baby shower is in full swing. Laughter bubbles through the room, and pastel balloons sway gently above decorated tables. Friends and family have all come together to celebrate the upcoming arrival of a little one. The atmosphere is light and happy, with people passing around cupcakes and taking pictures with the glowing mom-to-be. Everyone's sharing stories, giving hugs and smiling wide. One by one, the gifts are opened. Tiny shoes, soft blankets, adorable onesies. People awe and cheer at each present. The pile of wrapping paper grows and the gift table slowly empties. Then something happens. One box remains neatly wrapped in gold paper with no name on the tag. The mom-to-be picks it up with a curious smile, wondering who it could be from. Everyone leans in a little. The chatter softens. She carefully peels away the shiny wrapping, opens the lid, and freezes. Her smile drops. Inside the box isn't baby clothes or toys. It's something else entirely, something no one expected. She pulls out a small envelope, and her hands tremble just slightly as she opens it. Her eyes scan the letter inside. Silence falls over the room. The joy shifts into confusion, concern. Someone whispers, "What's wrong?" The mom-to-be looks up, her face pale now, eyes wide. She reads the note out loud. It's not a message of love or congratulations. It's a secret, a shocking one. It's from someone in her past, someone no one even knew existed. And they're not happy. The note reveals a truth she never thought would come out, something about the baby's father, something that shakes the foundation of her new life. The words on the paper stir panic. Her partner tries to calm her, reaching for the letter, but she pulls it away. People are murmuring now, trying to understand what just happened. The mood has completely changed. What was supposed to be the happiest day suddenly feels like a storm has blown through. Someone in the crowd recognizes the handwriting. They whisper a name, and everyone turns. A woman in the back, who had been quiet all along, shifts uncomfortably. All eyes are on her. The mom-to-be walks toward her, holding the letter. There's tension in the air so thick, no one dares to speak. Finally, the woman nods slightly, confirming what no one wanted to believe. The secret is true. Everything after that moment is a blur. Emotions run high, tears, questions, even anger. The baby shower, once full of happiness, has turned into something else entirely. People leave quietly, unsure of what to say. The gifts remain untouched. The balloons still float, but the joy has popped. What began as a celebration has ended in silence, in a truth that can't be taken back. In the middle of the celebration, my sister walks over, holding a gift with both hands. Her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. It's tight, forced, like she's trying too hard to look excited. I notice, but I don't say anything. Everyone's watching. She hands it to me and says, "This one's from me," with a strange tone in her voice. I thank her and start unwrapping it. The paper crinkles loudly and people gather closer to see what's inside. I lift the box lid and freeze. It's a stroller. But not just any stroller. It's old. Really old. The fabric is stained with something dark, and the smell hits me instantly. It's musty, like it's been sitting in a garage for years. One of the wheels is completely missing, and the frame is bent on one side, almost like it was in some kind of accident. A few people around me gasp softly. One of my friends whispers, "Is that used?" Someone else says, "Oh no!" I look up at my sister, confused. She's still smiling, but now it's even more uncomfortable, like she's enjoying the attention. My heart's beating fast. I try to laugh it off, saying something like, "Vintage, huh?" But my voice sounds weird. My hands feel cold. Why would she give me something like this? Of all people, she knows how much I've been planning for this baby, how careful I've been. I'd never use something broken like this. Not for my child. My mom looks horrified. She walks over quickly and places a hand on my shoulder. My partner leans in and quietly asks, "Is she serious?" I don't answer. I just keep staring at the stroller. It's not just ugly. It feels like a message, like she wanted to ruin the moment. And the more I look at it, the more I believe that. This wasn't a mistake. This was on purpose. Someone awkwardly tries to change the subject, but the energy has shifted. I can feel the tension in the room. Eyes are bouncing between me and my sister. A few guests are whispering. My sister finally shrugs and says, "It's still usable, just needs a little cleaning." But no one believes her. She knows it's trash. She brought trash to my baby shower. I put the stroller down slowly and force a smile, trying not to let it ruin everything. But deep inside, I'm hurt and I'm angry. Why would she do this? Is this jealousy? Spite? Something I said? All these questions swirl in my head as I sit back down. I glance at the other gifts, all thoughtful, sweet, brand new. And then there's hers, rusted, broken, cruel. I don't know what she wanted from this, but she got what she wanted. Attention, drama, and a perfect way to poison my perfect day. The room goes quiet. People don't know where to look. A few guests shift in their seats, clearly uncomfortable. Some try to hide their expressions, while others glance at each other with raised eyebrows. A nervous chuckle escapes from someone in the back, but it fades fast. Everyone feels it, the awkward, heavy silence that wraps around the room. It's the kind of moment you wish you could rewind and erase. My eyes stay fixed on the stroller. I can't believe she said that. My sister just stands there, arms crossed, acting like nothing's wrong. Then she shrugs casually and says, loud enough for everyone to hear, "It's still usable for someone like you." Her words hit harder than I expected. The way she says it, slow, sharp, like a blade. It's not a joke. It's a jab, a direct insult, wrapped in a fake smile. Gasps echo softly. One of my friends lets out a quiet, "Wow," under her breath. Another pulls out her phone and starts typing, probably texting someone about what just happened. My partner's jaw tightens. My mom looks like she's about to cry. And me? I feel small, like I've been slapped in front of everyone I love. It's not just the stroller now. It's her tone, her words, the way she looks at me, like I'm less than her, like I deserve something broken. I take a deep breath, trying to hold it together. My heart is pounding, but I don't want to give her the satisfaction of seeing me break. I force a smile, but it doesn't last long. I can feel my hands shaking. People around me are waiting for my reaction, unsure whether to speak up or stay quiet. The whole vibe of the party has changed. The laughter from earlier feels like it happened hours ago. My sister just stands there, pretending she didn't say anything wrong. She even chuckles to herself, like she's proud, like she thinks she won. I look at her, really look at her, and I realize this wasn't just a thoughtless gift. This was planned. She brought that broken stroller to make a statement, to humiliate me, to remind me of where she thinks I belong. It's not about the baby, it's about control, about power. One guest finally breaks the silence and says, "That wasn't okay." Others nod. Some glare at my sister. She rolls her eyes and walks back to her seat, but the damage is done. The room is no longer filled with joy or excitement. It's filled with whispers, with stares, with a tension so thick you could slice through it. And me? I sit there, stunned, trying to pretend I'm okay, trying to hold back tears as I stare at the ruined stroller and the sister I thought I knew. As I sit there, trying to process what just happened, my mind drifts back. This moment, this public insult feels all too familiar. It's not new, it's not random. It's her. It's always been her. Flashbacks flood in, quick and sharp. I remember being 10 years old, proudly showing my mom a drawing I made. My sister, older by 2 years, laughed and told me it looked like scribbles. She grabbed it, crumpled it, and threw it in the trash when no one was looking. I cried, she smirked. Another memory surfaces, my high school graduation. I was so excited to walk the stage, to finally have my moment. But as we posed for family photos, she accidentally spilled juice on my dress. Bright red stains all over the front. She laughed it off, said I should have picked a better color. Everyone thought it was a clumsy mistake. I knew better. I saw that look in her eyes, that same cold smile she gave me today. This baby shower isn't the first time she tried to ruin something special. It's just the most public. When I got engaged, she told me my ring looked fake. When I got promoted, she said the company must be desperate. Every win in my life became a reason for her to tear me down. She never clapped, never cheered, only criticized, compared, and competed, always needing to be one step ahead. And yet I kept hoping she'd change, that one day she'd be proud of me, that she'd stand beside me, not against me. But today proves it. She hasn't changed, not even a little. Giving me a broken stroller wasn't just a bad gift. It was a message, a reminder, that in her eyes I'll never be good enough. Not as a daughter, not as a sister, not even as a soon-to-be mom. The worst part is she does it with a smile, like it's a game only she understands. She pretends it's harmless, just teasing. But I know the truth. There's bitterness buried deep inside her. Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe it's resentment. Maybe she sees me as someone who keeps getting what she thinks she deserves. Whatever it is, she can't hide it anymore. As I sit in the middle of my baby shower, surrounded by people who came to celebrate me, All I can think about is how many times I let her get away with this, how many moments she's stolen, how many times I stayed quiet just to keep the peace. But something feels different this time. The way everyone looked at her, the way no one laughed, the silence spoke louder than words. Maybe this time people finally saw what I've always known, and maybe this time I won't let it go. As I sit there in silence, holding back the sting of my sister's cruel words, I glance over at my husband. I expect to see anger, maybe confusion, or even hurt. But instead, I see something else entirely. He's calm, too calm. His face is still, almost unreadable, but his eyes give it away. He's not surprised, not even a little. He looks at my sister, then at the broken stroller, and then back at me. There's no shock on his face, just this faint, cold smile like he saw it all coming. That smile chills me more than anything else. It's not smug or cruel, just knowing, like he's been waiting for this, like he expected her to ruin the day. And suddenly a part of me realizes he was prepared for this exact moment. I watch as he slowly stands and walks over to me, not saying anything yet. The room is still tense, quiet, people pretending to talk while really listening. He gently places a hand on my shoulder, steadying me, grounding me. I look up at him, searching for answers in his face. He leans down slightly and whispers, "She's just doing what she always does." His tone is calm, steady, like this isn't even a surprise to him. Like he's seen this version of my sister more clearly than I ever have. That's when it clicks. He knew. Maybe not about the broken stroller, but about her, about what she's capable of. Maybe he's seen the pattern, how she talks to me, how she always finds a way to twist good moments into bad ones. Maybe he's been watching from the sidelines, waiting for me to see it too. And today, I finally do. I remember a conversation we had months ago. I had told him my sister wanted to help plan the baby shower. He raised an eyebrow and said, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" I laughed it off back then. I told him she meant well, but now standing here with a broken stroller and a bruised heart, I understand why he hesitated. He turns to the guests, smiles politely and says, "Thank you all for coming today. I think we're going to take a short break." It's graceful, smooth, like he's rescuing me from drowning without making a scene. People nod, grateful for a reason to move, to escape the awkward tension. He helps me up and walks me toward the hallway. As we step away from the crowd, he squeezes my hand. "She doesn't get to do this anymore," he says quietly. And in that moment, I know he means it. He's done watching me get hurt. He's done staying silent. And maybe, just maybe, I'm done letting it happen. His calm wasn't cold. It was controlled, protective, strong. He knew what was coming, and now he's ready to help me stand up to it. And for the first time today, I feel steady again. That evening, after everyone had left and the house had gone quiet, I was still replaying everything in my mind. The ruined baby shower, my sister's comment, the broken stroller. I felt exhausted, mentally, emotionally. I was curled up on the couch when my husband walked in with a serious look on his face, holding his tablet. He sat down next to me and gently said, "I need to show you something." I blinked at him, confused, but he didn't say anything else. He simply handed me the tablet, tapped the screen, and pressed a button. The video started. At first, I didn't know what I was looking at. It was footage from a small camera, probably hidden somewhere in the living room. I saw decorations going up, people arriving, laughter. Then the camera caught her, my sister, standing by the gift table before the shower started. She looked around to make sure no one was watching. Then slowly, she pulled a large gift bag from under the table. She took out a beautiful new stroller, still in its box. My heart jumped. I didn't recognize it. It wasn't the broken one I opened. She looked at it for a moment, her face stiff. Then she quietly pushed the box aside and reached into her car for another item, the old, broken stroller. I watched in shock as she dragged it into the house, stuffed it into a gift bag, and placed it where the real one had been. She adjusted the tissue paper, stepped back, smiled to herself, and walked away. The video ended. My hands were shaking. I looked at my husband, completely speechless. "You recorded this?" I asked, barely able to get the words out. He nodded. "I had a feeling she'd try something. I didn't know what, but I didn't want you getting blindsided again." Tears welled up in my eyes. Not because of the video, but because he knew. He saw it all. And instead of confronting her or creating a scene, he waited. He wanted me to see the truth for myself. And now I had. There was no more denying it. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't a joke. She planned it. She replaced a real gift with something broken. just to humiliate me. She didn't just ruin the moment. She tried to ruin me. My husband reached for my hand. "You don't deserve that," he said softly. "Not now. Not ever again." I sat there, heart pounding, as the full weight of it settled in. All the years of excuses, of giving her the benefit of the doubt. It stopped here. The button had been pressed, and now there was no going back. This video changed everything, and deep down I knew I was finally ready to stop being silent. My hands were still trembling when my husband tapped the screen again. "There's more," he said quietly. The second clip started playing. It was from the same hidden camera, but this time the room was quieter. Just a few early guests had arrived. My sister was standing in the corner, away from everyone, talking to one of her friends. They didn't know they were being recorded. I leaned closer, not sure what to expect, but nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to hear. They were laughing, not just chatting or smiling, laughing like something was absolutely hilarious. My sister was holding a drink in one hand, her body relaxed, her tone playful, and then she said it. "I got it from a junkyard," she laughed, nearly spilling her drink. "Can you believe it? Paid $10 for that trash." Her friend gasped, then burst out laughing too. My sister grinned and added, "I just want to see her face when she opens it. She's so fake, it'll be priceless." My stomach dropped. Her voice was clear, sharp. There was no mistaking what she said. No excuses, no confusion. She did it on purpose. Every part of it, the broken stroller, the fake smile, the public moment, was planned. Just to hurt me. Just to embarrass me in front of everyone I love. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't jealousy boiling over in the heat of the moment. It was calculated, cruel, entertaining for her. The video kept playing. Her friend asked, "What if she cries?" My sister shrugged and said, "Even better. She's always been dramatic. She needs to be knocked down a little." They both laughed again, like it was all just some harmless prank. I felt sick. My heart was pounding. My eyes burned with tears that I didn't even try to stop. I looked over at my husband, who was watching me carefully, waiting to see how I'd react. I handed the tablet back slowly, unable to speak. The footage kept looping in my mind. Her words, her laugh, her tone. This wasn't just about today. This was years of resentment boiling over into something she thought was funny. And the worst part, she enjoyed it. She enjoyed knowing I'd be hurt. She wanted to watch it happen, wanted others to see it too. All that time I spent trying to keep peace with her, trying to believe the best, wasted. She never cared. Not really. Now I had the truth, not just in my heart but on video, and there was no hiding from it anymore. The mask was off. She showed the world who she really was, maybe not knowing she was being recorded, but meaning every word. And just like that, the pain turned into something else. Clarity. I finally saw her for who she truly was, and I knew I'd never let her hurt me again. The video didn't stop. I thought I had seen it all. The junkyard stroller, the mocking, the cruelty. But my husband gently tapped the screen again, and another clip began. This one was different. The camera angle had changed. It showed our garage, dimly lit, with my husband sitting at his workbench late at night. I watched as he scrolled through emails, checked receipts, and then clicked open folders on his laptop labeled with dates and times. It was like watching someone build a puzzle, except this puzzle was made of truths I never knew he had been collecting. He had been tracking everything, quietly, carefully. Weeks ago, he had started noticing little things. My sister's strange questions, the way she suddenly wanted to help with the baby shower, how she was overly interested in what gifts were being bought. He didn't trust her, and instead of confronting her, he prepared. He set up small cameras in common areas, kept tabs on online orders tied to her name, even managed to trace a receipt for a used stroller from a junk dealer downtown, purchased in cash, but the timestamp matched the exact day she had visited him, just to catch up. In one video, he's on a phone call, pretending to be a curious customer at the junkyard. The man on the other end confirmed that a woman had come in, asking for something old and dramatic looking, like a beat-up stroller. Nothing nice. He even described her. It was clearly my sister. The next clip showed him talking to a friend who worked in tech, getting help installing discrete software on the tablet she had gifted us 2 weeks earlier. He had a hunch, and he was right. The audio picked up her voice days before the shower, telling the same friend from the party that she couldn't wait to watch me open the ugliest thing I've ever bought. She laughed and said, "This is going to be legendary." I stared at the screen, stunned. All this time, my husband had been one step ahead, not out of revenge, but protection. He knew I wouldn't believe it unless I saw it. He didn't want to fight my battles, He wanted me to see the war I didn't know I was in. Then came the final part, a video he had saved for last, a draft message, addressed to every guest from the baby shower, a simple video montage, cut together with clips from the hidden camera, the junkyard call, the audio from her tablet. Proof, all of it, neatly edited, ready to send. He hadn't sent it yet. He was waiting for me to decide. He turned to me and said, "This isn't just about what she did today. It's about every time she's tried to tear you down. I've got your back. But this next part, that's your call." I sat there speechless, because for the first time in my life, I had all the power. The next morning, the house was quiet, but my mind was racing. My husband had stayed up late preparing everything while I barely slept. We had agreed today would be the day, not out of revenge, but out of truth. I wasn't going to let her smile in my face while hiding a knife behind her back anymore. So we sent a group message early in the morning, inviting everyone back for a casual thank you brunch. No one questioned it. Most thought it was just a sweet way to wrap up the baby shower weekend. By noon, the living room was full again. Laughter, chatter, and the smell of fresh coffee and pastries. My sister walked in with her usual confident smile, acting like nothing had happened the day before. She gave me a hug like everything was normal. I almost laughed at how fake it was now that I had seen what she was really like behind closed doors. We kept things light for a while, letting everyone settle in. Then my husband stood up and tapped his glass gently. The room quieted. He smiled warmly, thanking everyone for coming again, and then said, "Before we wrap up, we just wanted to share a little memory from yesterday, a surprise video we put together." He picked up the remote and turned on the TV. The screen lit up. My sister still had that polite smile, glancing around casually, probably thinking it was just a cute montage. But as soon as the first clip played, the one of her swapping the new stroller for the broken one, her face froze. Everyone went silent. The room watched in real time as the video showed her laughing in the corner with her friend, mocking me. Then came the audio recordings from the tablet she had gifted us. Her voice echoed through the room. "It's from a junkyard. I just want to see her face." Nervous glances passed between the guests. Some gasped. A few covered their mouths. My sister's face turned pale. She stood up, trying to speak. "Wait, this is taken out of context," she started, but my husband raised a hand gently. "There's more," he said, and he played it, all of it. The junkyard call, the proof of her purchase, her planning it all like it was some twisted joke. By the time the final clip ended, the room was dead quiet. No one could look her in the eye. I stood then, calm but steady. "I just wanted you all to see the truth," I said softly, "because for years I've let moments like this slide. Not anymore." My sister didn't say a word. She grabbed her purse and left, the door clicking behind her like a period at the end of a long sentence. No one chased after her. No one defended her. And in that silence, I finally felt peace, because now everyone knew, and I didn't have to prove anything ever again. Within hours of the brunch ending, someone from the guest list, maybe more than one, had already shared the video online. It spread fast, too fast. The truth was out there now, and it hit harder than we expected. Strangers from all over began commenting, sharing, reacting. People were stunned by the cruelty, but even more by the calm, quiet way it had been exposed. The clip of my sister laughing about the junkyard stroller, her words mocking me, circulated everywhere. She tried to control the damage, posting online about how it was just a joke and how the video had been taken out of context. But no one believed her. The footage was clear. There was no confusion, no twisting her way out. She deactivated her social media 2 days later. Meanwhile, my inbox was full. Messages of support, kindness, even similar stories from people who had faced toxic family members. It felt overwhelming but strangely healing. People I'd never met were cheering me on for standing up for myself. I wasn't invisible anymore. I wasn't alone. Then one afternoon, just as I was starting to catch my breath, a package arrived at the door. It was big, beautifully wrapped, no label, no sender name, just a silver envelope taped to the top. My husband brought it inside and handed it to me with a curious smile. I opened the envelope first. Inside was a single white card. Simple handwriting, no signature, just one sentence. "For someone exactly like you." My hands trembled as I opened the package. Inside was a brand new luxury stroller. Sleek, modern, everything top tier. The kind I would have never splurged on myself. My heart raced. It wasn't just a gift. It was a message. Someone out there had seen what happened. And instead of laughing or staying quiet, They decided to respond with kindness, with dignity, with the exact opposite of what my sister tried to do. I stood there staring at it, tears welling in my eyes, not from pain this time, but from feeling seen, from knowing someone out there believed I deserved better, that I wasn't just the butt of some cruel joke. I was someone worth protecting, worth defending, worth lifting up. My husband pulled me into a hug. "You okay?" he whispered. I nodded, holding on to him. "Yeah," I said softly. "More than okay." The video had gone viral, yes, but what mattered most wasn't just that the truth came out. It was that kindness followed it, that justice in its own quiet way had found me. And even though my sister's silence was loud, the world's response was louder. I didn't need revenge. I had peace. I had proof. And now I had a reminder every time I looked at that beautiful stroller that I was never the problem, and I never had to shrink myself again.